Welcome to the video of looping statements in C++. Both for loops and while loops are used to execute one or more lines of code for certain number of times. There are three types of loops in C++. First one for loop, then while loop, then do while loop. First, for loop is used where we already know about the number of times the loop need to be executed. Then while loop, the while loop executed the body of the loop as long as the condition is true. Once the condition becomes false, then the control jumps out of the loop. It first checks the condition, then it is true, then the body of the loop will be executed. Otherwise, the control jumps out of the loop. It is also known as entry control loop because it first checks the condition, then only allows to the body to be executed. Then do while loop. The do while loop is contrast to while loop. The do while loop, it allows the body of the loop to be executed first, then checks the condition. If it is true, then the body of the loop is executed again. Otherwise, the control jumps out of the loop. The do while loop is also called as exit control loop because it first allows the body to be executed, then only it checks the condition. Then for loop. Syntax of for loop: for, initialization, condition, increment or decrement. Every part should be separated by semicolon. Then body of the loop within the braces. Every loop, either for loop or while loop or do while loop, every loop contains 4 sessions. They are initialization, condition, increment or decrement of counter variable, then body of the loop. The only difference is the position of those things in different kinds of loops. In this loop, in the for loop, the initialization, condition, increment or decrement lies in the single line. Consider the flowchart of for loop. It first initializes the variable, then checks for condition. If it is true, the body of the loop is executed, then the counter variable is updated, either incremented or decremented. Then it again checks the condition. If it is true, then the body of the loop is executed once again. Otherwise, if the condition becomes false, then it terminates the loop execution. Consider the example: for I equal to 1 semicolon, I is less than 5 semicolon, I plus plus. Here I equal to 1 is initialization, I is less than 5 is condition, I plus plus is increment, counter variable increment. Here I plus plus represents I equal to I plus 1. The body of the loop is to print the value of I. Then here the variable I is initialized to 1. The condition is less than 5. So the I value is printed 1 to 4 because the condition is I is less than 5. So it cannot print the value 5. Then while loop. Syntax is initialization, semicolon, while, condition, open braces, body of the loop. Within the loop, the counter variable is incremented or decremented. Consider the flowchart. It first evaluates the condition. Then, if it is true, then the statements will be executed within the loop. Otherwise, the loop terminates. Example: I equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 4. So, I value from 1 to 4. It executes or displays the value of I. Then the counter variable I is incremented by 1. We know I plus plus means I equal to I plus 1. The output is first it checks the condition I is less than or equal to 4. It is true because I value is 1, so 1 is displayed. Then it increments the value of 1. I value becomes 2. Then checks the condition I is less than or equal to 4, true. So now I value is displayed as 2. Then I value is incremented by 1. So now I value becomes 3. Then it checks the condition I is less than or equal to 4. Now I value is 3, so the condition is true. It executes the body as I value displayed as 3. Then it increments the value of I. Now I becomes 4. Checks the condition I is less than or equal to 4. It becomes true because I value is 4. Condition is 4. 4 is equal to 4, so condition is true. Then it displays the value of I. Then it increments the value of I to 5. Then checks the condition I is less than or equal to 4. Condition becomes false because I value is 5. 5 is less than or equal to 4 is false. So the control jumps out of the loop. Then do while loop. First one is initialization, then do, keyword, open braces, statement of the loop, then increment or decrement of the counter variable, then close braces. At last, while, condition, semicolon. In the do while loop, the while condition must terminate with the semicolon. Consider the flowchart. It executes the statement first, then evaluates the condition. If it is true, then it again executes the statements. If the condition becomes false, it terminates the loop execution. Consider the example hash include iostream, hash include conio. We already know about these header files. iostream for input output operation, that is cout and cin. Conio for console input output for clear screen. Int main, the main function returns integer value. So it returns 0. 0 is the integer value. The variable I is initialized as 6. Do cout printed without checking the condition. I++. Here I equal to 6 is the initialization, but if the loop is printed without checking the condition, I++ is increment or decrement of the counter variable. At last, condition is checked for while I is less than 6. First, without checking the condition, it executes the body of the loop as printed without checking condition. The output is here. Then it checks the condition I is less than 6. The condition becomes false because I value is 6. 6 less than 6 is false, so it will not again execute the body of the loop. It terminates the loop execution. Where to use for loop and while loop? For example, you are making a game in C++ in which you are asked the player to input their number. If the user enters positive number, then the game continues. But if the user enters the number 0, then it means the user wants to quit the game. Here, using while loop is a good choice because we don't know in advance how many times the user wants to execute the loop, that is game. A user may wants to play a game for 2 times by pressing 2 times a positive number, or otherwise the user wants to quit the program. We don't know in advance, so good to use while loop. Then consider another example of printing a table up to 10 times for a given number. Here the for loop is used since we know the loop in advance about the number of times the loop need to be executed. So here the for loop is a good choice. Thank you.